goober! You're a goofy goober! We're all goofy goobers!
Hello there, children. Today we're going to be exploring Ingles. Come this way. The first item on the list is zucchini. This right here is zucchini. Now, right off the bat, I can tell you, it's got a nice firmness to it. It has a dark green color, and it's a little dusty from the dirt that was previously in. It smells like zucchini. A lot of the colors I'm seeing right now are green, pale. Got some lights right here. You can hear the faint hum of the lights coming down. We got the radio playing some melodic tunes for us all to enjoy. Next up is potatoes. There's the potatoes. This right here is one baking potato. They go for about 98 cents a pound. Real earthy. You got a lot of dirt on your hands from handling these, as some might say. Oh, look at that. It's like a little face. Now that's just special. You can't find that out in the wilderness. You can only find that at your local Ingles. They smell like potatoes, in case you were wondering. And a lot of brown coloring around here. But you know what's next on the list? Salad dressing. I mean, one heck of a salad. Here at Ingles, this is where we keep the salad dressing. I'll just run through some of the flavors we have to offer. Creamy Caesar, Italian, raspberry merlot, chunky blue cheese, caramelized sweet onion, salsa ranch, creamy balsamic, and more. Now, when we pick up one of these bottles, it has a little bit of heft to it because it is a liquid. Liquids tend to be heavy. Now, oh, that's a good sound. You hear that? That's the sound of the liquids rumbling around, squashing and squelching. A lot of colors. We see some whites, some reds, browns, greens, and just whatever colors appear. There's a lot of colors in this place. They're all just popping at you at once. They're just flowing like a waterfall of rainbows. Next is lettuce. I found the lettuce. Lettuce comes in heads, you see. This is one head of lettuce, or leetu. I'm not sure what language that is, but now you know. The brand right here is Tanamura and Antle. It's a premium fresh produce. It's has a little give to it. It's not too firm, but also not too soft. Think about a really firm mattress. See, I'm more of a soft mattress kind of fella. You know, I'll sleep on a firm if it's there, but it's kind of like that. It's like, it's not the most comfortable, but it's comfortable enough. You can get by. And so, it just smells like lettuce. But it's now time for the next item on the list. Bread. I wonder how this bread feels. Feels pretty nice and soft. Now, if we're going off the mattress analogy, there we go. This is more of the Tempur-Pedic kind of brand. It's soft. See how it just get that? Yeah. See how it conforms to my hand. It's soft and plush, and it smells like a bakery, but only if the bread has been packaged and been sitting on a shelf for weeks. Let's try some other brands of bread. Here we have 100% whole wheat Lauren brand bread. See, now this one, I assume because it is whole wheat, has a bit more firmness to it. It could just be the brand. That may be the cooking time, you never know. But the firmness is more firm. If we're going to talk about colors, we got all the whites and the browns of the bread. But if you can see in between, that's the whole wheat right there. See that old, yeah. That's whole wheat bread. Oh wow. I found a secret. This must be how they determine which breads go in which spot. It's the private label set with bun section. Legit wheat. Yeah. Well, now you know. Next up are Pringles. Let's come this way. Hurry up now. Here we are. This is the Pringles section. Now look at this array of colors. Isn't that just enticing? You got reds, purples, blues, and you got some oranges. All sorts of colors just popping out at you. It makes you want to grab all the Pringles at once. Just eat them. You know? It's so enticing. Let's go with original for a moment. See that face? That face says, "Hello there, come eat my Pringles." That's exactly what that says to me. Now, I'm sure we all know, but you hear that? That's the sound of cracked chips rumbling around because somebody didn't handle these correctly. That somebody is probably me. I'll put those back. Since they're packaged, you can't really smell anything. Yep, just smells like Ingles. Pickled sausage is next on the list. Oh, there it is. How convenient. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Now we have several varieties. We got some pig's feet, pickled eggs, pickled sausage, and we got this is also pickled sausage. This is packaged. It's giant and red hot. And you know it's the good stuff when it says that. Now you see, this is really firm. But you can see that juice right in there, sort of sloshing around. When you squeeze either end, see? Look at that. Can you hear those sounds? And that's the sound the sausage makes. Let's take this jar right here. Now look, see, you got a lot more liquids in there. So when you, it's gonna make that kind of sound when you shake it about. Well, this is also packaged, so I can't get a good whiff, but I'm sure that if we could smell it, it'd be very vinegary and just like a pow right on your nose. You know, just an attack, full force, just vinegar. Very, very strong. Next up on the list, gummies. Everyone loves a good gummy. You know, a gummy worm, gummy bear, gummy octopus, gummy mosquito. What other gummy animals you may want? Everyone loves them. Unless you don't eat them and don't like them. Well, hot dog. Look at that. Now, we've been talking about colors, and boy, is this a perfect example. Yellow, green, blue, pink, and orange, all just right there. And you got somebody scribbling over old Spongebob's face. All these colors just popping at you. And see, that's a common theme with that. Oh, look at that! Isn't that adorable? That's a common theme within the store. The more colorful things are, the more they entice you to want to buy them. See, like, look at this. Would we remember that, hey, those are fruit gushers if they weren't so colorful and just flying off the box? I think not. Let's see, we got some more stuff. This is your organic stuff. It's not quite the same, but look at that. That is a cow, and you can't get a cow from one of those. That's all I have to say about that. Moving on. It's bacon time, boys and girls. Alright, you see this? Now, I'm going to tell you, sort of start this all off. It is frigid right here. I am shivering myself to the bone. It's just, see, you gotta keep the meat cold, otherwise the meat goes bad and you get a tummy ache. That's no fun. No one wants a tummy ache, so you gotta keep your meat cold. But of course that means that we get cold getting the meat. And it's just a whole dilemma, but that's okay. You know why? Because meat is wonderful. This choice selection of meat that we have right here is bacon. This is Smith's Mill natural hickory smoked bacon. It's lower sodium, and you see, now if your meat is a lot thicker, you're going to get more of it. See how there's not too much fat on the meat. That fat's going to cook down when you're cooking the bacon. See, if you get something like your dollar bacon, you know, something like see this right here. Well, never mind. That's pretty good. If you get a lot of fat on your bacon, it's going to all cook down. You're going to have a lot of bacon left. See, like that? That is some thick slices, especially thick slices.
Customer needs assistance in the bakery. Customer needs assistance in the bakery.
Here at Ingles, we always give assistance to customers in the bakery, no matter what time of day, especially if it's 4:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Continuing on, after we've taken a look at bacon, we're going to find ourselves a nice large ham and or turkey. Come on, let's go. Hit jackpot, boyos. Now this here is one thick ham, if I tell you what. And you know what? It's the best meat in town. Call this prestige shank portion smoked ham with water added for flavor. It's fully cooked, ready to eat. Hickory smoked. Now that is what I call quality ham. Now, it's a bit cold to the touch, but of course, like I mentioned previously, you've got to keep your meat cold if you don't want to get tummy ache. You got to keep that meat nice and cool. But this is a whole heck of a lot of meat. You don't have to cook it, it's pre-cooked. You could just put it in the microwave. I'm not sure if it'll fit all in the microwave. You just warm it up and you can just start nibbling on, you know. While we're at it, it smells like ham. And just a good quality meat flavor. Juices dripping out of it. Of course they're not dripping because it's all sealed up nicely. But it's got a good meat feel to it as well. See, you don't want your meat to be too tender or else it'll just fall apart when you touch it. Thank you. But, and see, it's not too firm either. It's a nice happy medium in between. See that indentation? That's not too much pressure now. It's just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's going in. That's how you know you found a good ham. Whew, my hands are shivering. Next on the list is more sausage, which is this way. Sausage! Now this is some quality meat right here. It's very applicable to a lot of things. You can have Italian sausage thrown in spaghetti, got meatballs. That's another thing you can do. But you know what? Sausage is a perfect breakfast item. Paired along with your bacon over here. You know, it really comes together. Now, if you want some good quality sausage, Wamplers. And it's hot too. Now, if you can't handle hot, you got Wamplers mild. Yeah, Wamplers. Now, I always trust the package. And this says, it's great sausage. So you know it's gotta be good. Let's pick that puppy up. Now, this is just raw meat. It's not cooked. So it's just gonna, yeah. See, it's got a lot of give to it. You know why? It's just raw meat in a little cylinder. You just squeeze that and it just splurts all into the pan. And you fry it up and have yourself a delicious treat. it's still cold because you gotta keep your meat cold. You know, it's just frigid. I don't like cold things, but I'll make an exception to not have a tummy ache. Now, you got some chicken sausage right here. How they got chicken made into a sausage is beyond my comprehension. I personally don't recommend chicken sausage. I don't find it to be enjoyable on my taste buds. It's more of just an atrocity. That's not the right pronunciation. Atrocity. There you go. Got you, Miss Marks. I don't like chicken sausage. That's the whole point of that, Cole. I don't like it. Moving on. Now we're in the Tupperware section right here, and what I want to draw from this, see, let's take this little plate right here. First thing I think of when I see this is ka-chow, but other things that come to mind are the hardness. Now, of course, this is...
Pick up on the red line, please.
As I was saying, now you got a lot of hardness. See, there's a good sound for you. You know, it's just kind of, it's rigid plastic. That's not going anywhere until you forcibly throw it on the ground. But I'm not going to do that because that's $4.98 that I don't have to spend on a lightning clean plate. I'll stick you back.
Produce, pick up on the red line, please.
Goodness, there's a crisis afoot. See, we got a nice bottle right here. Now, for ease of grip, they've coated this in a rubber of some sort. So you can just hold on to that. It's not going anywhere, you see. It's all over the place. You see? Yeah, see, it's not going anywhere. But the rest of it is plastic. Now, it's not quite as hard as that plastic over there. And they got Tobey Maguire over there. Go Spidey. And, that's more of a rigid plastic. But this one has a lot more give to it. You see that right there? You can sort of squeeze down on it. And of course it's blue. And of course, I'm sure we all noted that. Good grief, $9.98 for a bottle. That's a lot of money for a bottle. Let's go find us some pots. What do you think? It didn't quite go according to plan. We couldn't find any pans. But now we're in the milk section right here. See, we got so many different choices of milk. This right here is fat-free skim milk. Now, they're all cold, and they're all liquidy. They all sound like this. In fact, it's so full that I'm not hearing much of anything. It's cold. Very cold to the touch. Smells like plastic. Hold that now. Here we go. Now this is some silk milk. It's not the best, but it'll do. This is more in a carton, so you can sort of feel the stickiness of the milk leaking out slowly over time. But this has a lot more give to it. See? Yeah, see that? Since it's not quite as full, you can hear it. See? Just rattling around, sloshing. Still smells not like milk because I can't actually smell the milk. This one more smells like cardboard. Sort of smooth to the touch. Sticky too after you've touched it. Orange juice. Over here we got some orange juice. These also come in plastic jugs. Or this one in particular does. That's a bit wet there. Probably just the condensation. Got a lot of nice juice in there. Of course, this one has a bright orange color. More of a pale yellow, actually. I'm colorblind. Not the same sound as before. So you have a bit more rattle from the plastic. But that's not a bad thing by any means. Anything I say, it's a good thing. And just like we saw with the milk, they also come in a carton variety. This one is not quite as cold. I would assume since it's on a higher shelf, it's not getting about the same amount of refrigeration. See, the coldness coming from this vent right here, it's just sort of seeping out onto things. But the reason these are more cold, we also got some vents coming down from there. So right in the middle, sort of the dead spot. You're not getting the optimal amount of cooling. So that's why it's not quite as cold to the touch. You can still hear that sloshing around. Let's try a different cart and see if it's the same. See, it's a bit different of a slosh. It's not quite the same amount of liquid in there. Let's move along now. Egg time! You know what time that is? It's time for eggs, thus being egg time. Okay. Let's see right here. We have Eggland's Best, Farm Fresh, now stays fresh longer, vitamins D, B12, E, vitamins B, B5, 12 eggs, grade A, extra large, superior tasting egg, net weight 27 ounce, vegetarian fed hen per egg. Let's take a look. Kind of open that up. A hot dog. See right here we got your nutrition facts. It gives us a little bit of stuff. I'm not going to read all that, just because you fellas can read. Look at all that eggy goodness. Let's take a tour of the eggs. See, now this, see, it's a little bit of ink right there telling you, hey, these are EB eggs. Tell you what. Now, these are nice and firm. You don't want to give too much pressure on these because you know what happens when you do that to eggs. Splat. There goes the egg all over your hands and the floor and your shoes, and it's just not a good day, I tell you what. No, they're still cool. You gotta keep your eggs cool, just like you keep your meat cool. Eggs and meat, they're in the same department when it comes to keeping things cool. And especially you have to cook your eggs if you don't want to get a tummy ache. And if you just eat that raw, you know, you're not gonna have a good time, you know, it's just gonna be all upset on the stomach. You might even get salmonella. No one wants salmonella. Let's take this right here. Let's see, she loves her chicken. You can see it in her eyes, and the chicken's eyes. Now the chicken's saying, boy oh boy do I love my wife. I sure do. Not quite. Okay, that's how you open them. Now these are free range eggs. You're going to notice these are much darker coloration. You know why? Because they're not those dang factory eggs over there from EB extra large eggs. These are straight out of the chicken. Put them in the basket. Probably clean them just a little bit and make them safe to eat. You see, you have some safe handling instructions right there. You're welcome. And these, see, they're a little bit smaller. They have a nice smooth texture to them. These are eggs. The eggs have a nice smooth texture. Put these back up. Now that is some quality packaging right there. It keeps it all nice and together. Now we're gonna get, ooh, that is interesting right there. And then we got some hard-boiled eggs. I mean, these are pre-cooked, so you can just pop them in your mouth, right there. You know, just swallow the whole thing if you want. I'd chew if I were you, but you do you. So, see the ingredients right here, in case you're wondering. It's eggs, not a lot else. But that's a great sound. Hear them sloshing around in their fluids, just like that one scene from the Frankenstein movie. It's kind of like that, except we got some eggs and egg juice. Now these have a lot softer feel because they're just.
Customer service and produce, please. Customer service and produce.
They're a lot softer because it's just a hard-boiled egg. And contrary to popular belief, hard-boiled eggs are not hard. They're just hard boiled. Now you know. Put those back. I got some more of them right here. Now, the thing I haven't really mentioned is all of these packages are different. So you got some. Oh, listen to that. That's a great sound we got there. I'll put these back right here. This is your traditional carton. You have a nice cartony feel to it. But these right here, it's more of a plastic. And in my opinion, plastic is a much better packaging option for your eggs. And it keeps them safer. You don't want your eggs falling all over the place and just gonna go splat right on the floor. But this is more of a styrofoam. And it's about as good as the carton, except it's squeaky. Hear that? Squeaky. I personally don't like that squeak. I'm sure somebody finds it enjoyable. Where did the list go? There's the list. Yes. Cheese. Here we are in the cheese area. Let's see. Let's get some. We got a nice big old block of cheese right here. Really firm to the touch. Although it has some give to it. A lot like the ham, actually. Not quite as cold because, you know, cheese can get a little more hot, it'll go a little more cold, and it can fluctuate a lot more. It's not going to give you a bellyache. You don't have to cook cheese in order to eat it. You can just eat it raw and like that. So it doesn't have to stay as cold.
Customer service to one, please.
How dare they? We got some string cheese. Yeah, okay, so these are all individually wrapped. So you hear a lot of plasticky sounds. See, that's a lot of plastic right there. But they are very well packaged, I will say. Now, yeah, slide them around. You still get that package sound. Put these back where they belong. This is pre-shredded cheese. Shredded sharp cheddar cheese will roll in to keep refrigerated, Newton weight, all that good stuff, you know? Zip to close 4 times. 8 times if you count the back. All this, see, that range of motion right there. Since it's broken up into little pieces, you can move it around a lot more. Get a lot of plasticky crinkle sounds. But it's really malleable. That's a good word I'd use to describe this situation. Very malleable. You just... Well, that concludes our Ingles trip. Hope you had a fantastic time like I did. We got to see a lot of neat things, and touch a lot of neat things, and smell a lot of neat things. We didn't get to taste anything, even though it's a grocery store, which is really a letdown. But, you know, I don't think they would appreciate me licking items and putting them back on the shelf. That's probably why we didn't taste anything today, but you know what? It's a-okay.
I'm a goofy goober. You're a goofy goober. We're all goofy goobers. Goofy, goofy, goober, goober. Put your toys away. Well, all I gotta say when you tell me not to play, I say no way. No way, no, 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 no way. I'm a kid, you say. When you say I'm a kid, I say it again. And then I say thank you very much. So if you're thinking that you'd like to be like me, go ahead, try. The kid inside will set you Goofy Goober Goober.